Is another part of that history that Barcelona lived in the last 15, 20 years. Would have not been possible without, without him. So I just can say thank you because he helped me. The people believe the manager helped the players, but in few cases, and I think Andres is one of them. He helped me to understand the game better. Just watching him, what he does in the football pitch.
It's not every day you come across a player who can control a game with such grace and intelligence that even the toughest opponents seem helpless. Iniesta was that kind of player, a true maestro in the midfield. His touch on the ball was so precise, it often felt like he was operating on a different level. Whether threading a pass through the tightest of defenses, gliding past opponents with ease, or stepping up in the biggest moments, Iniesta had a way of making the impossible look effortless. But what exactly made him so special? And how did he consistently shine when the stakes were highest? Stick around because we're about to uncover the genius behind one of football's most beloved players. Let's dive into Iniesta's technical mastery, a true hallmark of his legendary status on the pitch. Iniesta wasn't just good with the ball, he was a magician.
But it's Messi, it's Iniesta! And the Chelsea fans cover that.
His ball control was nothing short of extraordinary. Imagine being able to weave through a crowded midfield with opponents pressing from all sides, and yet the ball seems glued to your feet. That's Iniesta. His dribbling was more about finesse than power. Unlike players who rely on speed to get past defenders, Iniesta used subtle touches and quick changes in direction to slip through even the tightest spaces. It's no wonder defenders often found themselves chasing shadows when Iniesta was on the move. He wasn't just a player, he was an artist with the ball at his feet. A key part of Iniesta's game was his ability to keep possession. In a world where football is often frantic and chaotic, Iniesta brought calm. He could receive the ball under intense pressure, yet somehow he always seemed to find a way out. This wasn't just down to skill, it was intelligence. Iniesta had an incredible awareness of space, knowing exactly when to turn, when to pass, and when to hold on to the ball. His contributions were central to Barcelona's tiki-taka style. This approach relied on short, quick passes and movement, keeping the ball and wearing down the opposition. Iniesta's mastery of the ball allowed Barcelona to execute this style to perfection. He wasn't just a cog in the machine, he was often the one making the machine work. Stats back this up too. Iniesta consistently ranked among the top players in terms of pass accuracy, often exceeding 90%. This means that almost every pass he made found its target. And it's not just about quantity. Iniesta's passes were the kind that broke lines, created space, and opened up defenses. Iniesta wasn't just a consistent performer. He had a remarkable ability to elevate his game when it mattered most. Take the 2009 Champions League final, for instance. Barcelona was up against Manchester United, a team stacked with talent. But it was Iniesta's calmness under pressure and precise passing that allowed Barcelona to control the game. They won 2-0, and Iniesta's influence was undeniable. He didn't score, but he made everything tick. Then, of course, there's the 2010 World Cup final. Spain versus the Netherlands, a tense match that went into extra time. With just minutes left, Iniesta received a pass inside the box, and with nerves of steel, he struck the ball past the Dutch goalkeeper. That goal secured Spain's first ever World Cup win, and Iniesta was immortalized as a national hero. It wasn't just any goal, it was the most important goal in Spanish football history. What's truly impressive is how Iniesta consistently delivered in these high-pressure situations, whether it was in European competitions with Barcelona or on the world stage with Spain. He had a unique knack for making the difference in the biggest games. His performances earned him the reputation of a big-game player, someone you could count on when everything was on the line. Iniesta's impact wasn't just about scoring goals, though. It was about his ability to control the tempo of the game, to keep possession when it was most needed, and to make the crucial pass that led to a goal. His football IQ was off the charts, allowing him to read the game and make decisions that often changed the course of matches. And the stats back this up. Iniesta was directly involved in many of Barcelona's and Spain's most important goals during their most successful periods. But beyond the numbers, it was his presence on the field that gave his teammates and fans the confidence that victory was within reach. In short, when the stakes were highest, Iniesta was at his best. That's why he's remembered not just as a great midfielder, but as a player who could change the outcome of the biggest games with a single moment of brilliance. Now let's talk about Iniesta's partnerships on the field, which were a cornerstone of Barcelona's golden era. Iniesta, Xavi Hernandez, and Lionel Messi. These three names are synonymous with football brilliance. Together they formed one of the most effective and mesmerizing trios in the history of the sport. Iniesta and Xavi controlled the midfield with their extraordinary passing and vision, often described as having a telepathic understanding of each other. This duo's chemistry was unmatched. They could keep the ball for what seemed like forever, frustrating opponents and dictating the pace of the game. Now add Messi to the mix. Messi's ability to score from almost any position was amplified by the support he received from Iniesta and Xavi. Iniesta wasn't just a passer. He was a playmaker who could dribble through defenses and set up Messi in positions where he was most dangerous. This trio was central to Barcelona's dominance, leading them to multiple La Liga and Champions League titles during their peak. The stats speak for themselves. Between 2008 and 2015, Barcelona won 4 Champions League titles and 6 La Liga titles, largely thanks to the incredible synergy between Iniesta, Xavi, and Messi. They weren't just teammates. They were a well-oiled machine that played football like an art form. In essence, Iniesta's partnerships, especially with Xavi and Messi, weren't just partnerships. They were a footballing symphony that played some of the most beautiful and effective football the world has ever seen. Iniesta wasn't just a star for Barcelona. He was the beating heart of Spain's national team during one of the most dominant eras in international football. It all started with Euro 2008, where Spain broke their long-standing drought by winning the tournament. Iniesta played a crucial role, particularly in the midfield, where his precise passing and vision helped Spain control games. His ability to maintain possession and dictate the pace was key to Spain's tiki-taka style, which left opponents chasing shadows. Then came the 2010 World Cup, a tournament that will forever be associated with Iniesta. The final against the Netherlands was a grueling match that remained scoreless deep into extra time. But in the 116th minute, Iniesta seized his moment of glory. He received a pass inside the box and, with nerves of steel, fired the ball into the net, securing Spain's first ever World Cup title. That goal didn't just win the match. It made Iniesta a national hero, and his celebration, where he honored his late friend Dani Jarque, showed the world his humility and character. Spain's dominance continued with Euro 2012, where Iniesta once again shone brightly. He was named the player of the tournament, a testament to his influence and consistency on the international stage. His performance helped Spain become the first team in history to win 3 consecutive major international tournaments, a feat that remains unmatched. Iniesta's success with Spain wasn't just about the trophies, it was about how he won them, with grace, humility, and a style of play that inspired millions. He's widely regarded as one of the greatest midfielders of all time, not just for his technical abilities, but for the way he carried himself both on and off the field. If you've enjoyed learning about Iniesta's incredible journey, please make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing content on football legends and other sports stories. And don't forget to check out our other videos, where we dive deep into the world of football and beyond.